And we should be live any second now. I just need to make sure I pause. I know, surprise, surprise, early stream, but hey, assuming that's actually streaming. I'll try refreshing the page and see. Yep, we're good. Hello, everyone. Yeah, we're going to be doing some Pokemon TCG today, and I need to move my windows around so I can see people if they want to talk. Be kind of awkward just rambling on and on. I actually had to, like, alter all my windows and stuff. And apparently I have to load up all my decks. So right now the ladder is actually kind of... Okay, that's good. The ladder always offers different prizes, like this month it is, or this next 2 weeks basically, is Golisopod GX, which is kind of an interesting Pokemon. You can do quite a number of things with it. It's an okay GX card for Grass type. Get some packs as you level up as well. But the real prize is this. At the end of every, I guess, laddering session, you get a copy of a full art supporter card, which right now I really want to... I can't even say her name right now. But we're gonna... This is a deck I used to use. Unfortunately, the power creep has made it so it's kind of hard to use that. But that's okay. We have a Darkrai-based deck that we'll be using today, which is actually focused on discarding cards to the discard pile and then bringing them back with various abilities. And that looked almost like Misty. Okay, wasn't expecting to see Misty. Hi. Okay, so we won. I'll admit, I am not the most competitive player in the world, to say the least. And unfortunately, awful starting hand, so I'll have to shuffle it back in and draw again. Which means she'll get at least one free Pokemon draw card. I don't know if she'll take it or not, but she'll get a free draw off of me for that. Unfortunate. Ooh. Still not the best hand to start with. I bet. Going from 0 to 60. Oh, man. Or 30 to 60, even. Oh, that's unfortunate. I guess we'll just slap a Psychic on and call it done. This is not a good situation to be in at all. I'm kind of hoping I get a supporter this upcoming turn, because that would be really nice. I run like 25 trainer/supporter cards in this deck, so pretty decent odds of it. Unfortunately, that's going to leave a mark, and because it's a double charge, she's going to be able to attach 2 basic energy. Really a nice Pokemon to use. Unfortunately, no supporter, so we're just going to go straight for the evolution. Not that it'll save me, but, you know, it's basically over, unfortunately. Awful starting hand. Did force her to discard, though, so if she doesn't have any energy, I'll be okay for a turn, but no, she has energy, so that's game. Oh, Tate and Lisa. I actually run 3 of those in this deck, I believe? Yeah, 3 sounds right. Or maybe only 2. Choice Band, yeah, there's no way I'm... Oh. Well, that was... awkward. And now she's actually allowed me to knock it out, so that was nice of her. I mean, I'll take it, but... Oh, okay, there's a supporter. Not the supporter I was looking for, but I'll take what I can at this point. Not that it matters, because she can just go into Mega Magnetric and bring that out. Or just a Magnetric, not a Mega. And that's game. Unfort. So yeah, she knew she had won either way, so it didn't matter that much. That's okay. Sometimes you just get those dead draws. And I did get A point! Yeah, a point! But, oh well. Hopefully this time I'll actually get a couple supporters. That would be nice. And we will go first. I could have sat there and tried to stall him out with paralysis on my Dino, but I really was kind of hoping I'd get up to Hydreigon, because then I would have been able to do some stuff, but oh well. NK, not really a Pokemon I want to have on the lead slot, but I'll make it work. And I did get a supporter, so that's nice. And we'll discard a couple energy to draw. And that's not bad. Not quite what I was hoping for, but hey, we'll work with it. We'll discard Darkrai GX, a Dark Energy, and a Psychic Energy. And my Pokepower allows me to go right off of the discard pile and onto the field, drawing or attaching a Dark Energy in the process. So it's pretty cool. I like that ability. Next turn, I will slap a Psychic Energy on NK and put the Horsey to sleep, and then I'll be able to start charging up my Darkrai again. Speaking of that, discard Darkrai, draw 4 more cards. That's not bad. Really handy to be able to do that. Not even going to argue about that. Ah, you woke right up. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. Okay, Water Arrow. 30. Okay, becoming a little threatening now. Are we going to keep going for my Darkrai? Wouldn't have mattered even if he had stayed asleep, it looks like, because evolution wakes you up unless there's a certain stadium card in play. And unfortunately, I don't run that stadium card. I run a different one. Discard some more to draw some more. Kind of the entire mindset behind that. Then we can retreat. Yes, we want to retreat. We'll go into our Darkrai, slap a Dark Energy on you. Evolve our NK. And now we can use the ability of Psychic Recharge, which allows us to get out of the discard pile and attach energy. This deck is all about using the discard pile to your advantage through Pokemon powers. And I think it does a pretty decent job at that. Another Battle Compressor. Okay. We can discard some more energy that way. And my word, I just love the full art Pokemon cards. Dive Ball, let's search search for any water-type Pokemon, add it to hand. Really good, actually. It's one of the best balls in the game. Plasma Ball is probably the other next best ball, because it doesn't have any requirements outside of search for a Plasma Pokemon. So, yeah, not bad. Unfortunately, by him switching out my Malamar like that, it is a little bit annoying, but I can make do. Okay, Dino. And I do have a Rescue Stretcher, so I'm going to pull a little bit of a interesting tactic. And now I can grab my Smeargle that I put in the discard pile, add it to hand, and boom. Kind of wishing I had one of my Lisa and Tates at the moment, but I can make do with what I got at the moment. So, you know. Kingdra? Oh, that actually will do quite a bit. I don't like seeing that at the moment. I really need to be able to switch my Malamar out. That stupid Lysander really wrecked me. I mean, I do have a plan around it, but it's still not ideal. I'll have to evolve up to Hydreigon. Probably revive my Malamar. Or one of my Pokemon that he knocks out here pretty shortly. So, yeah. Again, not ideal, but I can work with it. Nope, no Lisa and Tate. Okay. That's unfortunate. We'll stick it on Hydreigon, I guess? Or Zweilous? Not really Hydreigon, it's a Zweilous. Okay, next turn I'll be able to slap up a lady and get some energy and start actually getting swapped around, so that'll be nice. Phew. Seismitoad. Juniper makes sense. And of course there's wind outside, which is super annoying, but whatever. Actually, that works out in my favor. By a very large amount, actually. Okay, so we're back in this. Discard that Psychic Energy, grab a Dark. We'll Dark Impulse. And we'll also use an Evosoda to get into our Yveltal Break, which is basically an evolution of a basic Pokemon, or higher. Just gives it another attack and a little more health. Pretty cool ability and all, but, you know. Dark Cleave time. It won't knock it out, but it will come pretty close. So, while he did silence my Malamar, that's okay, because I now have Hydreigon, which basically does the same thing, but only for active Pokemon. Which, honestly, is not a bad thing in this situation. Are you going to Brine, or are you going to go for the Tornado Shot? I'm sure he's going to go for the Brine. Makes more sense to do that. Yep, Brine it is. That will unfortunately knock out my Darkrai GX, but that's okay. I'll be able to revive it next turn, even though it did cost me 2 prizes. Always annoying, but, you know. No, we don't want that. We want you, I think. Discard a couple more Psychic Energy to draw again. And I think we will slap a Psychic Energy on you. And we'll Dark Cleave. No need to let something else get poisoned. And we're almost, all our energy is either on the field or in the discard pile at this point. So that actually works out for us because now we can start discarding ladies if we need to. I think we will pop our Lusamine next turn though, to grab a couple supporters. He is going to be able to use teammates, which is a little bit annoying, but it's okay. Dragon Claw will knock out my Darkrai as well. Also kind of unfortunate, but Hydreigon will charge up my Darkrai, so it'll be able to act right away. So it still works out. Another Gyarados. A Seadra. Okay, yeah, he's powering up his deck, or his back row as much as he can. Which, again, makes sense. And thanks to Poison, we will lose Darkrai, but that's okay. We'll evolve our Malabar, and then we'll pop Hydreigon's ability. And we'll slap some energy on Hydreigon. Yeah, Lusamine. For you. And you. But yeah, this deck is all about using the discard pile to your advantage. And there's one of my Lisa and Tates I told you about. That would have been nice to have, like, ages ago. Oh, well. Kingdra, again. Actually, that's a pretty threatening Pokemon, if I'm honest. Decent damage. We'll get rid of your card there so you can't use it anymore. Now, I think our best play is to do that. And Impulse as well. Actually, no, we won't go for the retreat yet. Next turn. After another attack, we will. That's unfortunate. there was really no way for me to deal with that, because if I had retreated, Brian would have been able to target it, so it didn't matter which way I did it. Alas. And of course, as soon as I start streaming, instead of winning like I have been, I get curb stomped, but that's okay. That's kind of how it goes. You do way better when people aren't watching. But yeah, it's a fun game. It does have its, you know, imbalances, but it's okay. It's still a lot of fun. And it's certainly way less imbalanced than the Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG, which is all kinds of insane at this point. Always hate to start with that. But I see something I can do to decent effect. Okay, I can make this work. It's kind of a clunky hand, but it'll work. Oh! Wow, that's a seriously busted card. Once during each player's turn, that player may heal 60 damage and remove all special conditions from one of their grass Pokemon. Wow, that is busted! I mean, it's an impressive kind of busted, but it's still busted. We'll grab you, discard you as well. Where's the Darkrai? There you are. And we'll rescue Stretcher right off the bat. Again, it's not the worst hand ever. It's definitely not the best either, though. Unfortunately, he's able to do quite a bit of damage with his... Oh, no. That's actually bad news. Very bad news, even. You used your... Okay. I guess that works, technically speaking. I guess we're going to have to focus on our Hydreigon and kind of hope for the best there. Not exactly the way you want to go about it. Ouch. Not ideal at all. We can sack our Smeargle to buy us a little bit more time. Actually, I have an idea. We'll have to wait to Dark Impulse until next turn, because he's just going to knock us out anyway. Kind of pointless to Dark Impulse. I still have 2 more rescue stretchers, so if he knocks out Smeargle, that's fine. Unfortunate, but fine. That life forest really is making things tough, though. That's gotta be a new one out of the newest deck. Yeah, it has to be out of the newest support. Thankfully, it is a Prism card. That's what that little diamond symbol means. So he can only have one in his deck. But it's still really frustrating to have to deal with. Well, at least there's that. Ugh, I'm getting wrecked at the moment, and it's awful. I mean, I'm starting to build a little bit of momentum now, but yeah, this is not the way I wanted to build momentum. And that does mean he will get his health back up to full, which is also a problem. But I do have a semi-solution in Sigilyph. Unfortunately, he only has one prize left, so it doesn't even really matter that much. All he has to do is hit me a couple times and I lose. So I'm going to have to be a little bit careful and play around that a bit. So yeah. Here's hoping I can do so. Never mind. That's game. Guzma switches Pokemon around so effectively. Alas. I'm guessing I need to switch decks. I'm having terrible luck with this deck again. Sometimes you kind of have to do that, where you just have been losing a lot, so you just switch decks and everything seems to make sense again. And this deck, I actually used to really love playing, but after a certain thing happened, not so much. That 177-page log, that's what this deck caused. I mean, it didn't cause it alone, obviously, but it was part of the problem. Why this? And this is one of the offenders of that. Okay, Articuno, I can work with that. And a Manaphy on the bench, also nice. So he's going first, which actually kind of helps me in this case, because I'll be able to go straight for a Find Ice and get some more ice. Oh, Frozen City? Rude! Can't really do anything about it at the moment, though. Not until I draw into one of my 3 stadium cards? Yeah. But because he's running it and he's not running Plasma, it means his Pokemon will have the same problem. Oh, well, that's okay, I guess. It's a little annoying, but I can deal. That actually helped me out a lot. Because his deck looks like it's mostly GX cards and EX cards. Getting Ninetales so quickly actually helps a lot. On the downside, he's got great draw power thanks to the Zoroarks. Zoroarks. I hate that Pokemon name. It's like blah, 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 blah. He's not running any energy, though? That doesn't seem possible. I'm confused. Does he not have energy in his deck? Gladian allows you to swap it for one of your prize cards after looking at said prizes. So, kind of nice if you're looking for a certain card. And if it's not in your deck. So yeah, I'm drawing an average of 6 cards a turn, and he's still outpacing me draw-wise, which makes sense considering what he's got. Is that a full heal? Oh, it's a de-evolution spray. Eva Soda, okay. Another GX card. So he's going to be able to draw again, thanks to trade. So yeah, a lot of decks focus on being able to build momentum through draw power, as he's demonstrating quite well at the moment. Because in a TCG, the person who runs out of cards usually is the person who's going to lose. We'll go into another Vulpix. Slap that on the bench. Grab another Alolan Ninetales, so even if he de-evolves my Ninetales, it's fine. I just want him to know that de-evolving my Alolan Ninetales really won't help him that much, which is why I made that play. Next turn, I'll be able to switch Articuno back for the Ninetales and be pretty safe from his attempts to do things. But yeah, I've done more damage to myself than he's done to me thanks to that Frozen City. Unfortunately, he just ended me. Hand back to deck, shuffle it, and draw 6 prizes. Oh, that's fine. That is actually okay with me because he gave me a very nice card to have. Is he still seriously searching for energy? That's kind of messed up. I don't know what his game plan is between the Frozen City and the trading, because if you're going to run Frozen City like that and you're not Plasma, it's a little confusing. But yeah, now we can just retreat. Yes. Don't have a retreat cost thanks to Manaphy. Now we will Lisa and Tate to draw 5 after shuffling our hand in. Works pretty well. And we're looking okay now. Because now we can just start pummeling away. And this is kind of the strength of the deck. It looks innocent on the surface, but it has ways of defending itself from basically any type of archetype of deck. So yeah, it makes it a lot more difficult. His Hydreigon could be a problem if he does go for that, but I do have Alolan Ninetales GX in the back, so I could smack it repeatedly until it dies. So it works out okay. But right now, I do want to get rid of this Orc. And I think he's kind of realized that he is in a little bit of a tight situation now that I do have this field set up. But, yeah, not a lot he can do at the moment. Yep. He's going to Frozen City me, which is annoying, but that's okay because I actually have Lucamine, so I can just pop it, get my Rough Seas back. Yeah, no, your Rusty's is not going to stay. But we'll pop his Zoroark real quick so it can't be a threat. And because of his Hydreigon needing as much energy as it does, it kind of works to my favor too. So, yeah, I'm not too worried about it at the moment. He's kind of put himself in a weird situation. That's not going to help you. I mean, it is kind of cool that it is an ability that burns, poisons, and confuses with your GX attack. Basically, one attack a turn. But doesn't really help that much, especially since I can just boop. It was a good try, though. Next turn, I'll be able to Steven and get a Lucamine out of deck if I have one. If not, that's fine. Youch. I actually don't really know what he was trying to pull with this deck type, as he doesn't have any energy to work with. It really confuses me, honestly. And so, yeah, he's going to discard some of his Pokemon via Weed Out. So he's opening up his bench. I guess he wants to get some other Pokemon on it instead. Kind of makes sense, but I always hate to see that happen where you have to weed out your own Pokemon like that. And he's going to N, which means I'm going to only get 4 cards this time. Definitely frustrating, but I can deal. We'll go another Vulpix. Gotta love the snow picks, right? But what was he planning? I just don't get it. Is he trying to stall me or something? With a deck that focuses so heavily on drawing and discarding? What is his plan? I'm having trouble seeing it. He's down to 11 cards, so it does confuse me a lot. But yeah, Alolan Ninetales kind of just sat there and was immune to his entire deck, so yeah. That's why you don't rely just on GX and EX Pokemon, as Pokemon like Alolan Ninetales do exist, and they are immune to those types of Pokemon. So, yeah. And feel free to ask questions if you have them. If not, no big. You know. This deck I actually did like a lot, but it is, unfortunately, not really all that powerful anymore. Oops. There, I was trying to do that. Blissey, fun Pokemon. Smeargle just allows you to change your energy type, which is actually pretty important when you're using this guy, because, yeah, it does more damage for each different type of energy attached to it. And it does have the kind of rebirth thing that Darkrai has, so it, again, is great for the discard pile. So, yeah, this deck is pretty heavy on the trainers. And very wild numbers when it comes to energy, as you can kind of tell. 2 of basically everything, except 3 of the electric, steel, and 5 of the dark. Yeah, it is all over the place. Solgaleo deck. I would love it to work, but I just don't have enough of the Solgaleo-based cards, so, you know. Unfortunate that. How far have we been going, anyway? How long? And I'll probably switch over to a different game a little later on today, just because, yeah, this is a fun game, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, I think we're going to end the TCG shenanigans for now, but we might be back later. If people enjoy it, woohoo. If not, well, it was kind of fun to do. Just kind of random. More chill. But I'll see you next time.